heard?
Yeah. Okay, sorry.
I have to repeat what I said.
Yeah.
It has been an honor for me to collaborate with you in this very significant project for the healthcare sector, but also for sustainable leadership at large.
We are launching actually a very unique patented sustainable leadership program that you have designed the model based on Aristotelian philosophy. I know that you have used this approach also for performance improvement before. So how did you combine Aristotelian philosophy with performance management and sustainability?
Well, the Aristotelian ethical philosophy, not only his ethical philosophy, but also his natural philosophy and his metaphysics, is intrinsically related to human performance and sustainability. It's a living philosophy that illuminates in a unique way and addresses as well all the modern ongoing issues in these domains. All I did was to discover what it has to offer to us today. I did so through interdisciplinary research ranging from philosophy to natural sciences and humanities. So since I come from the HR sector, I developed the CAVE approach as a virtues-based methodology for performance improvement in businesses and organizations. But very soon I realized that it has a great value. Actually, it is vital for human development as human development is defined by the United Nations, and sustainable development as well. So since then, I focused my research on sustainability and sustainable leadership, and I came up to develop the CAVE leadership model, and here we are today.
That sounds really great. And you said that the Aristotelian philosophy uniquely addresses modern ongoing issues. So which ongoing issues you think are addressed by the CAVE leadership that are not addressed by other leadership models?
Well, there are many important issues, both in the study and practice of sustainable leadership today. For example, there is an inability to identify a particular set of behaviors, skills, and practices that comprise sustainable leadership. And related to that is an inability to define and enact sustainable leadership in a uniform way across the levels of development. I'm referring to the individual micro level, the organizational meso level, and the social macro level. So sustainable leadership is defined differently across all these levels, and it is enacted differently. And this creates a bunch of problems, one of which, the most prominent and the most serious, let's say, has to do with the paradoxes that are met in the practice of sustainable leadership, and which are rooted into the very definition of sustainable leadership that is today available through the extant traditional sustainable leadership models. The paradoxes refer to the phenomenon in which trying to attain a particular SDG, other SDGs are harmed. For example, the healthcare organization, by definition, serves global health. However, at the same time, it necessarily harms people's health because it produces waste through its operations, and the waste pollutes the environment, which in turn harms people's health. So all these ongoing issues are basically reflected into an overall inadequacy of the available sustainable leadership models to bring sustainable change. And this is not because I say so. The United Nations reports, unfortunately, highlight that despite the over 50 years of global effort, no real progress has been made towards sustainability. No SDG has yet been attained, and of course, global sustainability hasn't been attained yet. So we need a different way of thinking. The cave leadership model that I propose addresses all these issues at their root by offering a comprehensive sustainable leadership theory and a comprehensive definition of sustainable leadership. Right now we're running the era of integration in the study of sustainable leadership, which aims to come up with a comprehensive leadership model. Yet, a comprehensive definition can never be developed through integrative studies. Why? I will use Einstein's words. He said that you cannot solve a problem with the same mind that created it. We cannot rely on prior definitions of sustainable leadership or leadership in order to come up with a comprehensive definition. We need to start from scratch. And that's what I did. I used the Aristotelian definition for definition. And very naturally, I was led to a comprehensive definition of leadership and sustainable leadership.
Okay. You made us an overview of the cave approach, but is this cave leadership model a theoretical approach that relies on philosophy or practical methodology that relies on scientific research? Because that is quite important to answer.
Yes. Okay, firstly, I would like to thank you for asking me this question, because you give me the opportunity to clarify that philosophy is not really separate from science. Science relies on philosophy in many different ways. Today, dictionaries describe philosophy as a science, a fundamental science, and all other disciplines are thought of as subdivisions of this fundamental, let's say, broad, general science that philosophy is. All the hypotheses that are formulated in scientific research, as well as the conclusions and the discussions, are basically, they rely on philosophical thinking. They are mental processes that rely on logic. So we cannot really have science without philosophy. It's the same thing. Science relies on the senses, which of course are necessary in order to grasp natural reality, but they are very limited resources for grasping the whole that natural reality is. Our mind can go further and can discover the relationships between elements in natural reality. So we formulate theories, and then we test these theories through the scientific methodologies, which, by the way, are also developed through philosophical thinking, in order to support these theories, to provide evidence for these theories, or to reject them. So we may say that philosophy is the first science, as Aristotle also has claimed, and that today's philosophy is true philosophy, is tomorrow's science.
Science, yes.
But to answer your question, I'll say that this particular model of sustainable leadership is not any more philosophical or any more scientific than any other model that exists today in literature of sustainable leadership. Furthermore, it is supported by quite scientific data coming from different disciplines, not only from psychology or management, that is the natural, let's say, domain in which sustainable leadership is examined.
So you mentioned some disciplines before that the cave leadership model is based on.
Yes.
So would you mention a little bit more analytically to which disciplines you are mentioning?
Yes, of course, as I already mentioned, the basic discipline upon which the model relies is, of course, the behavioral sciences and management. but it greatly also relies on findings in hard science, such as in neuroscience, biology, physics, both classical Newtonian physics and quantum physics. And it is very interesting that actually it offers a perspective, the cave leadership model, it offers a perspective that can bridge classical physics with the quantum physics, which, as you probably know, are quite philosophical, because the quantum phenomena are interpreted in various different ways, but the theory that has been developed cannot be definitely approved or disapproved by available data. So it remains a philosophical, let's say, theory, the quantum theory. So it's very interesting that this model can help people understand not only issues relating to leadership, but also issues relating to the world at large, how the world is constituted, and
yeah, and we know that today the world that we live in the world that we live in, everything is interconnected and characterized by complex dynamics. Everything is changing so fast with continuous randomness, and nothing is actually predictable. And so modern leadership theories so far mostly rely on this complex systems theory. Would you say also that the cave model that we use in our program aligns to that?
Absolutely. You know, the cave leadership model not only aligns to the complex adaptive systems theory, actually it was formulated based on that. You know, sustainability is a continuous process. Development is a continuous process. Systems exist in continuity. And that's why sustainable leadership needs to be a continuous process, not a fragmented, discontinuous process comprised of isolated behaviors and practices. Sustainable leader is not the person that does things, is the person that is sustainable, is a sustainable being. So the cave approach is not about behavior, skills, and practices isolated, I mean, but it is about a continuous mode of functioning that is based on universal and timeless sustainability criteria that can be applied in every context in a continuous way, so that a person can be continuously sustainable through the way that feels, acts, responds to continuous change. And to the best of my knowledge, there is not any other leadership model that offers this opportunity for a continuous adaptation to the changes, the continuous change in the environment.
So can you elaborate on that? I mean, how do you say that it is fully aligned to differing from other programs, our program? Can you say something more?
As I said, actually, it relies on the model itself. The leadership model that is proposed by cave approach, let's say, is a continuous model. It's not a model that tries to identify isolated behaviors that are sustainable, but because there isn't such a thing. Due to the complexity there is in the world, we cannot predict the impact that a particular behavioral action might have on sustainability. And that's why we can never define a particular set of behaviors or practices that are sustainable under any condition. We need a relativistic approach, and this relativistic approach requires relativistic criteria. And these relativistic criteria are offered through the virtues, the Aristotelian virtues.
Okay.
So the virtues give you the relativistic criteria that you can apply in order to identify the particular behaviors and actions required in a particular setting at a specific point in time in order to sustainably respond
Okay,
to the
okay.
conditions that are particular.
That makes it unique. Okay, that's the point. But if the key model is a comprehensive model that uniformly applies to all contexts, as you said, then why can we have a leadership program for healthcare professionals? That is why we are doing it.
Okay, the decision to develop a program especially for the healthcare sector certainly was not a random one. You know, the healthcare organization and sustainability share a common purpose, which is no other than people's well-being. We know that sustainability is about a balance among the various aspects of development, particularly the environmental, economic, and social aspect of development. Yet, mostly sustainable development aims to serve people's well-being, because it is meaningless to talk about any balance if people's well-being is not served. This is the ultimate purpose of development. This is why we put so much effort to sustainability, because it is intrinsically linked to people's well-being. Unfortunately, well-being has not been incorporated into the study of leadership until recently, neither in the study of sustainability. Very recently, there has been an effort to come up with a notion that is named as sustainable well-being. And this notion aims to consolidate people's well-being with sustainability, because as I told you before, there are paradoxes in sustainable leadership, and one of the paradoxes is that some actions that aim to serve sustainability come up to harm people's well-being. So there is not a comprehensive definition of well-being. There is not a comprehensive definition of sustainability. There is not a comprehensive definition of leadership. And we are really very confused to which direction we need to head down in order to balance all these poorly understood and grasped notions. The Aristotelian ethical model offers the opportunity to develop a comprehensive understanding of all these notions and to connect them into one solid theory. So you see healthcare aiming to serve basically the purpose of sustainability. The natural purpose of sustainability is vital for sustainability. It is the sector that needs to be number-one priority for transformation to a sustainable system. I think that the healthcare professionals need to understand first what comprises the sustainable functioning of the healthcare organization, and to understand how they can contribute or harm through their everyday function the sustainability of the healthcare organization. And then they need to develop all the knowledge and to acquire all the tools they need in order to function sustainably in every context, under every condition, so that to continuously contribute to the sustainability of the healthcare organization. And that's why I think that we took together this initiative to develop a program especially for the healthcare, because the healthcare differs from other sectors, industries, exactly into that it has the same common purpose with sustainability. The healthcare sector has a lot to gain from sustainable leadership, but also sustainable leadership has a lot to gain from the healthcare sector and the input the healthcare sector offers to this process, because the learning and development is a two-way process. We learn from the health
the system,
professionals as well. Yes, I think the knowledge is two ways in a training process.
That is true, and we are role models for a lot of other sectors. That is true. So we have to be pioneers too.
Yes.
That's the case. So practically, what would you say that a healthcare professional could gain out of the participation in our program?
Okay, I suppose they will gain a lot of things at many different levels, but if I have to put it in a phrase, I would say that participants will have the opportunity to see the need and the opportunity to be transformed into a caste system that responds sustainably to the changing conditions. And furthermore, they will have a unique opportunity to simultaneously serve their professional efficiency, their personal well-being, and sustainability in one approach, a single approach. And for this reason, I think that the participation in the program is not only for the professional expertise or the professional development of the individuals. It's not only for the promotion of sustainability. It is an investment for people's life, because it has to do also with their development, their well-being, their happiness, their balance.
And their continuously well-being state.
Yes, a continuous state of well-being, which is basically Aristotle's definition of eudaimonia. We are going to discuss about these things in the program. And participants will see how all these are connected, how the Aristotelian theory connects all these fragmented views of the various notions that are a big trouble for the researchers in order to consolidate them in one. I think Aristotle developed a sustainable leadership theory 2,400 years ago, and today we have the knowledge to understand its value. That's all it is.
Exactly. Yeah. And so can you say us a few things about the methodology and how this context will be explained during the 8 months that we are going to have the program?
Okay, a rough outline. I would say that in the first sessions, participants will have the opportunity to develop understanding of the basic notions, development, sustainability, leadership, as I told you before, because these notions are not very well outlined, and there are many different definitions of them. Contextual definitions that vary across different contexts, and there is a confusion about what is sustainable leadership in the end of the day. What is it? And then they will discover, they will explore the prerequisites and the criteria for sustainability. And they will have the opportunity also to understand what sustainable leadership is and what is its value for them personally. Through the rest of the sessions, which is the larger amount as well of the sessions follow, participants will have the opportunity to start the transformation through an individualized learning process that will allow them to discover their personal internal barriers to sustainable functioning, and they will have the opportunity to manage these barriers by applying the criteria that the virtues offer to them, the sustainability criteria. And of course, then it is a process that never ends in order for them to finally become sustainable leaders.
Yeah. And tell us, please, how would you describe, let's say, the ideal candidate for such a program? I mean, what would he like to, cultivate out of participating in such a 8 month? It's a long, it's a quite a long program. So, how would you say that? I mean, what he would like to control, to cultivate, to make it better for himself.
Okay, I think that the best candidate is the person that is willing to learn more about sustainability, to discover what sustainability is, a person that is willing to contribute to this global effort towards sustainability, a person that is eager to learn, a person that is open-minded and is eager to learn, that has more questions than answers. I'm not sure if there is an ideal candidate. To my understanding, all people are ideal candidates to this program because this program, in a way or another, addresses their needs, their existential needs, their professional needs, their personal needs. So I'm not sure if there is any particular profile of a participant that best fits this program. As long as someone has a vision towards sustainability, is a responsible person that wants to improve, to continuously improve in order to be more effective and efficient in her profession, to be more better person in everyday life, to be a better father, better sister, better daughter, a better friend. I think that will be benefited from this program a lot.
Yeah, yeah, and possibly we will change our mindset, sort of, to see things differently, and cope with these constant changes that we have to face in the healthcare sector, as we said before. Yeah,
because everything starts with the way we conceptualize the world around us and our position in this world and how we relate to other people and other systems in our natural reality. As soon as we realize that we are one, because this is what it is all about, as soon as we realize that we are one, not poetically, but realistically, our mindset and our attitude, our disposition towards things will change. Of course, it will take a lot more than a program, even if it is a long program of 6 months, to completely transform. Transformation requires dedication. Someone needs to be highly motivated to see the benefit and see the value and to keep trying. As Aristotle said, the most important thing for someone to develop the virtues, this is something that it is also stressed in the program, is to realize that this is going to be a very hard, difficult task. It will not come from one day to another, and one needs to be able to endure the failures because we are incomplete, we're just humans. The failures need to be anticipated, but it doesn't matter. What it matters is that we try and we know how to try. We have the criteria, the criteria of sustainability. We know what we need to do. It doesn't matter if we are not always able to do it. What it matters is that we are going to be aware of what we need to be of what we need to do at every in every context. And if we fail to be what we are supposed to be, it doesn't matter, because this is where our effort tomorrow will start.
Yeah. Yeah, but we are, it is our vision to fix anyway a network so that we can have continuously a feedback from the people who are going to come to our programs, and you know, to offer them the sense of a community, which is, I think, very important for
Very
the
important.
healthcare professionals. Yeah.
Yes, it is very important. And yes, I would like to say something, if you allow me. I would like to ask all those people that are here with us today not to hesitate. Sustainability is an inclusive process that needs the sustainable leadership of all people. And I would like to make a call to all of you that you're here today to attend this program and be part of this common effort to make a change that matters to each one of us and to all of us as a whole. So what is important in the global effort is connection, and as you said, the development of a network of like-minded people that share the common vision of a sustainable world, a sustainable future, people that share personal responsibility to contribute to sustainability in essential ways and in logical ways, and not only relying on wishful thinking, let's say. We can meet in conferences, in retreats, we can exchange we can share our experiences, exchange ideas of how we can welcome more people on board, so that the more we become, the greater our impact will be.
Yeah. And communicate and the same culture and the same, vision about this sustainable world. That is our aim, of course, and the aim of all our team members. So I really am happy that we can work on this together. And, okay. So thank you actually for sharing this basic tips for our program. Of course, there are a lot of things others to discuss. The program has a lot of aspects and a lot of other ways. So it was just an overview to get to know each other and, share our dream and our vision. So I really thank you for sharing this with us, and I thank all the guys and the ladies that were here with us today. I don't see any questions in the chat room. Of course, it was our first, let's say, trial to share this program with everybody. So if you want to say a last word, and we can close.
I would like to thank you all for being here. I would like to thank you, Maria, for the opportunity you are giving to open this model to more people. And I look forward to start our program and see how it goes.
Yeah, we are going to make it sort of a master program in the near future. So yeah, this is the first cycle, and it's going to have a really very good discount for everybody to get in and just start it for the first cycle, and then we will grow it as much as we can for those sustainability ways that we discussed before. So thank you all, and have a nice day and a nice month, and see you in our next free webinar that we are going to discuss the second program, the 3 months program we have on female resilience with Alessandra Sada. So goodbye, everybody. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you all.